Coming up on Mountain News this morning, state and local leaders come together to form a plan to help our region recover from devastation. And members of the National Guard continue to provide much needed assistance to areas hurt by the flood that are harder to get to.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning to you. It's Thursday and it's almost 6 o'clock. I'm Dakota Makris. Thank you so much for waking up with us and thank you for always trusting us. Let's head over to Brandon Robinson this morning who, well, Brandon, I know you've been busy these past couple of days, and I know yesterday you brought us in, the day before you brought us a couple of cut-ins from the governor. So, and I just know that yesterday or 1 week ago today, you and Keaton Hall were very busy. During the morning news. So,
yeah, Keaton Cameron and I were very busy during the morning news, and it was an active situation and one I don't want to repeat for a long time. But today we start off dry, some fog out there, and then we'll see some heat and we could see some more rain. So we're concerned, to say the least, especially with the possible saturated ground still, even after a couple of dry days. Let's go to the Mountain Parkway first this morning on the camera. A little bit of traffic traveling in there near the Wolf-Powell County line close to Slade this morning, and we'll continue to see that caravan coming into town as we head to the next little bit. We're seeing temperatures in the 60s and 70s, from 61 in Clintwood to 73 in Prestonsburg. That is our range this morning. 60s kind of hovering around the borders there. 2 degrees colder in Wise and Jonesville and Harlan this morning. Williamsburg, too, than it was this time 24 hours ago. So we're going to continue to monitor that off and on throughout the day. 88's the forecast high. Our average high is 85. The record high for this day, 95, set back on this day in 2005. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you, sir. Well, today marks 1 week since many Eastern Kentucky families were awakened by rushing floodwaters. The devastating flooding destroyed neighborhoods, homes, roads, and bridges. Now, the death toll is at 37, but hazard officials say 16 people are still missing in Perry County alone. On Wednesday, some Eastern Kentucky senators and others gathered at the Wendell H. Ford Airport here in Perry County to answer questions about flood rescues and the recovery. State Representative for the 54th District, Chris Fugit, says it has been unbelievable to see how many people in these communities have come together.
You know, it's easy to focus on the bad. Sometimes we do that. But man, this week has opened my eyes to there are still a lot of great people out here in the world.
Fugit says there is still a lot that needs to be done, but the outpouring of help has been amazing. Team Kentucky is partnering with Eastern Kentucky leaders to form a recovery plan. On Wednesday, Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman toured Clay, Leslie, Letcher, and Knott counties to talk with local leaders and assess flood damages. Earlier this week, she also visited Floyd and Breathitt counties. The Lieutenant Governor says it is important for her and the governor to see these communities in person and to hear the stories of those who were impacted.
The devastation is heartbreaking. The way that communities have come together in a second to help each other. People who've lost everything are helping people who've lost everything. It is the most heartwarming thing that I've seen.
Lieutenant Governor Coleman says rebuilding these communities will take some time, but that her and Governor Andy Beshear are in this for the long haul. The Kentucky National Guard has been the crucial link for so many people in Eastern Kentucky. The Guard rescued hundreds of people, and they have been delivering a lifeline of food and water. On Wednesday, Arthur Pendleton was able to fly with them, along with a delegation of state lawmakers, as they assess the damage they could be called on to appropriate more funds for.
This is the view from inside a Black Hawk helicopter with guardsmen, the crucial link for people needing food and water.
It makes us feel like we're actually doing what our jobs are. People are crying and thanking us for bringing them food or rescuing them or whatever we can do. But it makes us feel like we're really doing our job. Everybody's talking about how, it's the best. This is what it's all about right here.
Pallets of bottled water and meals ready to eat were loaded up at the Hazard Airport, then sent out to devastated areas.
What these people are doing through rescue missions is so amazing. We just thank the Lord that we're able to do all these things.
Many areas are cut off from stores or any kind of help. People don't have a way to get their essential items. The only way is from above.
Everything's finally coming to a T. We finally got everything that we trained for is happening, especially with our leadership, has really kept us trained up and everybody's just together and working as a team.
Several Kentucky lawmakers were along for the ride Wednesday and got a bird's eye view of the destruction, but they could be called on to appropriate funds to help fix.
You haven't seen anything like this in anybody's lifetime, and people are cut off, they're stranded. The only access they have to water and food supplies are through airdrops that we just perform.
Dart pilots are able to maneuver in very hard to reach places.
To watch a helicopter land in about a 30 by 30 area, to drop a load of MREs and water, the skills they have, the coordination they have, they do an amazing job.
Calling them the real heroes to many people. In Perry County with the National Guard, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Senator Stivers says it will be hard to know exactly what they can appropriate because they don't know the amount that is needed just yet. A Central Kentucky ambulance service crammed an ambulance full of donations for Perry County flood survivors. Jessamine County EMS held a donation drive Tuesday at the Nicholasville Walmart, where community members donated essential items like bottled water, paper towels, diapers, and much more. Workers dropped off those supplies at East Perry Elementary School yesterday.
If something happens to someone or a community, all communities should step up and try to help if they can. And that's just really how we felt, like we needed to do something.
A donation coordinator for the city of Hazard and Perry County says the greatest needs now are shovels, push brooms, gloves, and work boots. As people continue to clean up here in eastern Kentucky, Appalachian Regional Healthcare is sharing a warning. Officials say there are potential health hazards of bacteria in the mud and water, and if people have not gotten tetanus shots yet, well, they should. Tetanus affects the nervous system and could cause lockjaw. Dr. Jeff Akers, is the CEO of Pharmaceutical Services at ARH. He says even if you can't remember your last shot, get one anyway, just to be on the safe side.
My recommendation would be to be vaccinated so as that if they have a laceration or a puncture wound, then their body will already have the antibodies built to fight that infection.
The doctor says the Tdap vaccine is recommended for tetanus. Well, we have another kind of warning to share. FEMA officials say the organization and the U.S. Small Business Administration never charge for applications, home inspections, grants, disaster loan applications, or anything else. Because of the recent flooding, people may be trying to take advantage of those who have suffered flood damage. FEMA officials ask if you believe or a loved one are the victim of a scam or identity theft, report it immediately to your local police or sheriff's department. For more information on FEMA aid, you can visit WYMT.com. Well, the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet will be offering one-day pop-up visits at several state park locations from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. to Kentuckians who need to request replacement driver's licenses, permits, and ID cards can utilize the pop-up locations. No appointments are necessary. Pop-up locations include Friday, August 5th at Jenny Wiley State Resort Park, Monday, August 8th at Pine Mountain State Resort Park, and Tuesday, August 9th at Buckhorn State Resort Park. Kentucky Power, a subsidiary of American Electric Power, announced the American Electric Power Foundation will donate $100,000 to 4 organizations who are working to address immediate needs in the flood-stricken areas of eastern Kentucky. Each organization will receive $25,000. Those organizations include Save the Children, the American Red Cross of Kentucky, the Team Kentucky Government Fund, and the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky. Kentucky Power provides electric services to approximately 165,000 customers in 20 eastern Kentucky counties. Several agencies in Madison County are stepping up and holding a donation drive for flood victims. The Richmond Fire Department is teaming up with multiple agencies and businesses for the drive today. You can drop off donations at EKU's Center for the Arts or the Berea Fire Station number 1. Items can be dropped off from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. today. They're asking for cleaning supplies, water, personal hygiene products, and non-perishable food. Well, we have a list of cooling centers here in our region to help people without power or even homes deal with the heat today. In Breathitt County, it's at the county library. In Floyd County, you can go to the community center. If you're in Johnson County, well, you can head to the City of Painesville Recreation Center. For those in Knott County, you can go to the Sportsplex. People in Letcher County can go to Letcher County Central High School. If you're in Perry County, you can head to the Senior Citizen Center. In Pike County, you can go to Valley Elementary School, and the Cooling Center in Wolfe County is the Senior Citizen Center in Campton.
6:09 here on this Thursday morning. Hard to believe 1 week ago people were waking up surrounded by floodwater, maybe not even having their homes at this point. But again, hopefully things will start to improve the deeper into this process we go. I know that still in a big time cleanup phase right now, and even search and recovery. Let's take a look and see what's going on across our region. We had some rain overnight, but that has fizzled out for now. It will likely be back later today, and we're going to be watching it like a hawk when it does. I know a lot of folks still flood weary out there today. 1 week out from the biggest flood we've seen in a long time here in Eastern Kentucky, maybe ever. All right, let's go into the conditions this morning. 61 in Clintwood. Let me rephrase that. Biggest flash flood event we've seen in Eastern Kentucky in a long time. 61 there in Clintwood, 73 in Prestonsburg, 72 Wayne and Moorhead and Ashland, 73 in Somerset, 68 in London, 66 Manchester and Harlan. 88 this afternoon. The heat index still mid to upper 90s, near 100 out there. Sun this morning after some fog, and then some possibilities for showers and storms as we head deeper into the day. Dakota?
All right, Brandon, thank you. Well, coming up, 2 children of the former President of the United States discuss the January 6th Capitol breach behind closed doors. That's coming up next.